Hello again, everybody. We're going to actually be taking on Cliff for this video because the Team Go Rocket admin leaders have all changed up their teams. You know, they've kind of done a lineup shakeup or whatever, a shakeup of their lineup. There you go. And so first off, he's actually going to be throwing out a Stantler. This is kind of his new first Pokemon, and this one has Tackle, which is going to be kind of interesting to see. I'm going to show you guys footage of another win right after this, where he has the same team, but his Stantler has Zen Headbutt instead. So I'm going to be starting off with this Melmetal team. It's going to be Melmetal, Kyogre, and Machamp. And trust me, I know exactly what you're thinking already, some of you. Some of you are going to say, I don't have Melmetal, so what should you use? Well, I'm going to show you an alternative team right after this, but it's also going to be where Stantler has a different fast attack and everything like that. So these first shields, of course, are going out. Cliff is going to shield twice before we can then finally hit him with our charge attack. And so the reason for Melmetal is essentially to get those shields down. If it's got Thunder Shock and Rock Slide, your Melmetal is going to be a beast at taking down these shields, and it doesn't even have to, and especially in this case, be super effective damage, you know? Like, so here, we're attacking this Stantler down, and we're gonna basically have another Rock Slide very soon after we get that first one. If you've seen my videos before, you know about a technique I call the wait to strike method, but essentially you're gonna see this Stantler's gonna use Mega Horn right here, and I'm gonna block it with the shield. Whenever they use a charge move, or you use a charge move, or whenever they switch their Pokemon out, or you do the same, the Team Go Rocket side is not going to attack you for about 2 or 3 seconds, and so you can take advantage of that 3 seconds by just attacking, and then use your charge move like right before they're gonna hit you. So notice that Stantler was just standing still. That was like a total of 6 seconds or so because it had used a charge move. So I waited for the 3 seconds. I attacked. I got my Rock Slide there charged up. So then I hit it right before it was going to hit me. And so that was like, again, a full 6 seconds of just like nothing time for that Stantler. It was nice. Now Melmetal, both of these moves horrible to go up against his second Pokemon, which is Marowak right here. So you're gonna see not very effective, but look at that. We got 2 of our charge moves off right there just because of how much energy was in reserve and using that wait to strike method. That's all bonus damage. We almost got down to half of this Marowak's life basically before it took down my Melmetal. So that's just the thing. It kind of positions us really well for this, like the whole rest of the battle essentially. But we're gonna send in Kyogre right here. Kyogre simply because really great water type, but also with the move pool shakeup that recently happened. You know, Pokemon Go got an update of new moves and they changed some of the existing moves. Well, one of the things was they added Surf for Kyogre, and that actually makes it even more viable, especially in this kind of case, because against these Team Go Rocket leader admins, it's really important to get that charge move off, right? And so before it used to only have the one long bar charge moves like Hydro Pump and Blizzard and whatnot, Thunder, you know, even. But right here we can use Surf, and it's just it's a 2 bar, so it charges a little bit faster. Surf does plenty of damage, so we can get it off, take down this Tyranitar here. But you can see that, of course, Kyogre, it can do well against this lineup. This particular lineup, I would say it should have Surf, of course, is one thing, but also it would be for Marowak and Tyranitar being the last 2. So once again, Melmetal wasn't there for super effective damage. It's there for getting those shields down, and quickly, you know, you saw basically, once you kept watching that battle, you saw why I think I included that in there. But I did mention that I was going to be bringing you a different team, because yes, I've heard the people before. I've shown a Melmetal video off before where people were saying we want something different. Well, now we're backtracking in time. This was all done on a live stream, and so unfortunately I don't always make the greatest decisions when we're live. You know, I have to keep up with my chat and everything like that. We were testing out Heracross right here. Now the problem was we didn't realize this Stantler, it has Zen Headbutt, and so it can take it can hit Machamp pretty hard. It can hit Heracross pretty hard. I mean, Machamp would have been fine if we actually probably used it against the Tackle, you know, Stantler earlier. Machamp would have been fine on that other time because it would be super effective against all 3 of Cliff's Pokemon here if it's Stantler, Marowak, and Tyranitar. So here's another thing that probably is not good illustration as well, as this Kyogre that is on this team lineup or whatever is definitely not optimized. It has Blizzard, and so I mentioned before, but this is a great illustration. We actually still do win, so I guess that's a spoiler alert. You know, I was telling you we do have another team and it works, it wins. It's just that this team was definitely not as good as that first team, and for good reason, you can see, but we are using the Blizzard right here. Again, it takes a lot longer to charge up, and he still has his shields going right now, so this looked like it was not going to go well, but Kyogre's just too beefy, and even with Waterfall or whatever, it has a pretty nice fast attack. So our final Pokemon is going to be Machamp, and he's just going to rip through that. I mean, you notice how he takes down Marowak like crazy. The good thing about Machamp is that it can learn Rock Slide. I actually should not have done my charge attack right there because he just threw out his Tyranitar, and I had my charge move. I could have actually gotten in a good 3 seconds, again, of of wait time before his Tyranitar would have started attacking me. And even when your charge move is fully charged up and ready, you can actually gain more energy just by attacking still, regardless. So what I mean is, like, you would use your dynamic punch in this case and then have another one all ready to go right away. But Machamp is still great. Oh my god, even though Lucario with Aura Sphere came in and I guess in essence dethroned him a little bit from being the top fighting type for damage, Machamp still can learn a second charge attack of Rock Slide. And so with that, you know, Rock Slide actually can get its charge move off a little bit quicker than Dynamic Punch. It's by like a hit or two, and so the energy on that is good. You know, if you have a Machamp, it should have, of course, Dynamic Punch as one of its charge attacks, but you can teach it a second charge move if you've got the dust, if you've got the candy, and the time, of course, to do that. It's something I would recommend for your greatest Machamps in your team. So it's always a struggle. You know, everybody's in different places here in my audience on YouTube and in the potential audience. Some people have Melmetal, some people have legendaries, and then some people don't. And so I try to give a mix of those things, but also I keep in mind whatever events have just happened or are going on kind of at the time that we record these. And so one of the happenings for your Kyogre, for a good chance for Kyogre, is that it's in the research breakthrough box. So obviously my hope would be that you could get your own Kyogre, maybe multiple of them, power them up and whatnot. But Cliff, I think, I would actually say that Cliff was a little bit harder than Cliff was before. So maybe getting a little bit of an upgrade. But we did do a video on Sierra, so definitely check that out with the end screen that's on screen right now. It's also going to be in the description and the link in the top comments, all that stuff. Please go check that out. And at some point, we're also going to have a video on Arlo's new team. So I really appreciate it, you guys, and thanks for viewing.